Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to my video. This video is a follow-up to a video I did over a year ago, and that is 8 reasons why you should have a gaming PC. Of course it's changed ever so slightly. There were many suggestions, many different things that have changed. Of course the new consoles are out, and I felt that it was more appropriate to deliver almost like what the video could be rather than what it was. So without further ado, this is 10 reasons why PCs are better than consoles. Now the first reason is cost. It's the most commonly known thing that PC gaming is ridiculously expensive and only people that have insane jobs can afford a gaming PC. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. In fact, gaming on a PC is actually cheaper than it is on consoles. If you want to know more about this, there is a separate video that I've done, which should be here-ish, called How Expensive PC Gaming, and that covers it in a lot more detail. But essentially you can get a PC on average for about £800 or about $1,000, which yes, that is quite a lot. But you can get a budget PC for only a tiny bit more than you would a games console. Now you can get a budget PC, and I've got a little PC recipe build guide, which you should be seeing about here somewhere. And that came to about £550 or about $750-ish. So yeah, that is more expensive than it costs for you to get an Xbox One, and it is more expensive than it costs for you to get a PlayStation 4. But the games are just so much cheaper. I'm not just talking about the ridiculous Steam sales that you would have no doubt heard about, where they sell games off ridiculously cheap. I mean, you could get BioShock Infinite for less than a fiver. You know, pretty much a given. All these games, after a year, you can get them dirt cheap, and even after, say, 6 months, they usually cut the price in half anyway. Steam sales are a great way to get games cheap, but the thing is, full price games, so the full retail price games, are cheaper as well. Even if services like Origin and Steam sometimes try and sell them for more than they're necessarily worth, you don't pay license fees, and you don't pay these license fees to both Microsoft or Sony. And of course, you don't pay online subscription fees either. So you're going to save about $25, £20 on every single full price game you buy, plainly just because they're on the PC and you don't have to pay these license fees. Work that out. How much is that going to cost you over, say, 5 or 6 years that you have your PC or your console? PC's a lot cheaper. Now on to the second reason. Graphics. It's known that PC has the best graphics, and of course it will do. You can put up to $2,000 worth of graphics card in there. If it didn't look better on the PC, then something would be very wrong. But you don't need to spend $2,000 on graphics cards or even $2,000 on a PC to get improved graphics. It's been going around at the moment that Titanfall on PC for $100, £100-ish graphics card, it will look significantly better on the PC than it does on the Xbox One. And it's that graphics card that I put in the budget rig that I've already linked you. So for a tiny bit more money than you'd pay for an Xbox, you can get Titanfall looking a lot better. And the same applies to all the games. If you spend a bit more on a graphics card, so the sort of common sort of price is between £100, £200, about $100 to about $250. If you spend a little bit more, your games will look significantly better. Of course, you've probably heard of resolution gate on all the different platforms, so PS4 and Xbox. And anyone that tells you that the resolution of your game doesn't matter is actually talking absolute gas. It does matter. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy your game. People are getting it confused. They're saying it doesn't matter, you can still enjoy your game. That's absolutely true. Of course you can enjoy your game. But it does matter that the resolution is worse, because we're in 2014 now, or whenever you're watching this. Games should be running at 1080p, 60 frames a second, just because that's the standard. PCs did that about 5 years ago. We're now moving into resolutions nearer the 4K mark. PCs, expensive ones, can do 4K. And the point is, you can have whatever graphics you want because it's all customizable, so you can spend as much as you like, and you can tailor the graphics to the PC you have, so you tailor the PC to the graphics you want. If you want better graphics, you can get better graphics. If you're not that fussed, you're not that fussed. Reason number 3. Customizable, flexible gaming. What do I mean by that? Well, Battlefield and any other first-person shooter, in my opinion, and to be honest, most people's opinion that's ever used a keyboard and mouse, is that it's better on keyboard and mouse. It's just easier to say shoot people because you're not restricted by the controller and the lack of accuracy. The mouse is a lot more accurate, and yet some games they need a controller, okay? And maybe you don't have a controller. But PC you can get a controller. Just get a wireless controller, be it a PS3 controller, Xbox controller, PS4 controller, and you can just plug it in, either via USB cable, or if you want wireless, you can use a Bluetooth adapter for PlayStation controllers, and you can use a standalone Xbox receiver for an Xbox controller. You're not limited to what your platform supports, because to be honest, with the exception of a very, very small amount of accessories, PC has all the accessories. If you want to play with keyboard and mouse, play with keyboard and mouse. If you want to play with a controller, play with a controller. You want to play with a joystick, play with a joystick. You can use loads of different peripherals, and people will say, yeah, well, the reason I'm not going to get a PC is because I want to sit on my couch and I want to use a controller. Well, why can't you do that on a PC? You can play on a monitor, or 2, or 3. You can play it on a TV, and you can play downstairs in the lounge with the home streaming services that at the moment are coming very soon, or if you're watching this video a bit later, I'm sure you know all about them. It's very, very flexible. You don't have to worry about being limited in what you can do because it's flexible. Reason number 4, exclusives. Forget exclusive games. On PC you have exclusive genres. Now, I know you're going to say, yes, you can get Civilization on the PS3. Yeah, you can get Civilization on the PS3, but that's using a controller and it's a mouse and keyboard game. And that is why, really, we have the exclusive genres, just because mouse and keyboard isn't available on the consoles. It wouldn't be convenient, and you wouldn't be sitting there in your lounge doing that. It's not convenient, and you have a lot more genres on the PC, and you have plenty more free-to-play games. When I say plenty more, I mean a lot more free-to-play games, at least at the moment, on the PC. Company Heroes 2, PC. Tropico, PC. SimCity, PC. Sims, PC. Getting the picture. There's a lot more games, and a lot of people say, yes, well, you know, you can't play Infamous Second Son on the PC, you can't play Halo on the PC. Well, yeah, that's true, but personally, I would rather take all the PC exclusives over 1 or 2 exclusives on the consoles that I'm a bit like, yeah, bit of a shame, I'll probably buy that. There's a lot more exclusives on the PC. And someone said the other day that no one plays any of these exclusives. So no one plays Guild Wars, no one plays Sims, no one plays it apparently. Reason number 5, and this is one of the new reasons, one of the reasons that wasn't in the old video. And this is mods. And how I left that out, I have no idea. Mods on PC are pretty incredible, really. Steam Workshop, if you haven't heard of it, is the new way of getting mods to PC gamers. And it's a really easy method that doesn't involve any tweaking, open up any INI files, nothing at all. It's literally a case of you browse a little store, click install, and it will automatically add it for you. It won't break the game, and it's just as easy to remove it. Things like Skyrim and Civilization 5 have loads of different mods on the Steam Workshop, and it means you can get like new factions in Civ, new characters, new maps, loads of different stuff. In mods, you can change the game and do whatever you want to do. And if you want to take it a bit further, the internet is the internet. It's got loads and loads of different community created mods for loads of different games, and pretty much they're all free. Not really anyone buys mods these days, they're pretty much all free. So you've basically got free expansion packs for all your favourite games. And of course, if you want to create your own one, you can create your own one. You can't really do that on consoles, and even if you can in certain games, it is nothing compared to what you can do on the PC. Reason number 6, higher frame rates. This is one of my favourite ones, and a lot of people that don't necessarily not have the knowledge but haven't had the experience with using higher frame rates, it's not something you always understand. When the previous video, 8 Reasons, was posted, the standard was 720p 30 frames a second across all the consoles. That's just what you got, and by using the PC it was just a completely different experience. And of course now we have the Xbox One and we have the PS4, and all games on them run at 1080p at 60 frames. Oh no, wait, they don't. So still in this year we don't have that as standard. On the PC that was standard many years ago. 60 frames a second is absolutely fantastic for all games, and I would never really consider running a game at less than 60 frames a second. Now I'm one of many gamers that say 60 frames a second isn't good enough either. And we use monitors that go up to 144 Hz, so that's 144 frames a second. Now I'll be honest, it's not really required in all games, and it's not required in any game, but once you've got used to using 120 or 144 frames a second, then it's not really something you can go back to. I'll be honest, it's only really appropriate in certain genres, but in those genres, so say like the MOBA game Smite, which is a sort of quick twitch reaction game, and again another quick reaction twitch game, any first person shooter, so especially Battlefield 4, 120 Hz is absolutely fantastic, and having realistically, because it depends on the graphics card, about 100 frames a second is significantly improved, and it makes it a lot easier to play the game than it would at 60. And of course the monitors, they're not even really that expensive either. If you think you want a decent TV to play your console, and you're going to be looking at over £500, over $600-ish, a PC that can do 120 Hz or 144 Hz is about £250-ish, $350-ish. So it's a bit more premium, but it's still really not that expensive. So it's not essential, but it's something that is really nice, and it's a good PC exclusive feature. You can't get that on consoles. On a lot of games you can't even get 60 frames a second, let alone an even higher frame rate. Number 7, backwards compatibility, and this is something that the consoles have gone, they get rid of all backwards compatibility, and then they say, oh actually you can have backwards compatibility, here, pay us more money. How does that work? Why should that work? If I want to go back, as I did a couple of weeks ago, and play the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, then I can go and play the original Roller Coaster Tycoon. That was over 10 years, well, it was even more than 10 years, about 15, well, I don't know, about 14, 15 years ago. And I can just go and play that, and the same applies to any game, really. Some older games, yeah, you need to do a little bit of a fix, but there's always a guide somewhere, so if you want to play an older game, just go and play an older game. It's the only platform that has true backwards compatibility. That's a nice looking next-gen console you've got there, that's really nice. Can I play Bioshock Infinite on it? Oh, I can't. Well, can I at least play Tomb Raider on it? Oh, I can. Oh, you're going to charge me more than I originally paid just for a remastered version a year after it came out. Reason number 8, no discs. You've got no discs, you don't have to go and fiddle about with changing discs. Obviously, on the consoles, if you have a disc, you can go and trade it in, but not only does that mean that you've obviously lost access to that game, but you paid more for it in the first place, and you're not going to get that much back for it anyway. But yeah, no discs, no clutter, just a little bit easier. Reason number 9, multitasking. Multitasking on PC is where multitasking really was born. You've got the Xbox One that's really trying to push, oh look, you can snap two things side by side, you can do all this multitasking. PS4 has some multitasking features, like if you double tap the home button it goes to your previous screen. This is absolutely nothing compared to what you can do on the PC. PC can obviously alt-tab at any point, so if you want to pause your game, or if it's a multiplayer game, you can alt-tab out, you can browse Facebook, you can do absolutely anything you want while the game is running. Certain games have really nice new features. If you have 2 monitors and you want to play Battlefield 4, you can have Battlefield 4 here, playing the game. Big mini-map, live up to date on the other screen, and the same goes for anything. So, another example, I used to play SimCity. When I used to play SimCity here, Netflix here. Multitasking, unlimited really on the PC, but on the next gen consoles it's not really something you can do, and it doesn't really work that well when it does work anyway. It's just multitasking so much better on the PC. Reason number 10, and it was my favourite of the previous video, it's a bloody good computer. Guess what? It's a bloody good computer. What really do I mean by that? Well, you can do anything on a PC. Pretty much gaming is the most intensive thing, don't quote me, pretty much the most intensive thing you can do on a PC. And that means that it's good for all sorts of other applications as well. Photo editing, well, you've got a nice monitor, you can do photo editing on it. Video editing, you can do that on it. You can do CAD design, you can do all sorts of stuff on this powerful PC. And of course it's going to be good just for day-to-day use as well. If you've got a solid-state drive in there, then you've got a really quick computer. The point really I'm trying to make here is if you bought a PlayStation 4, say you paid £350 for that PlayStation 4, in order to get a £550 PC, you're still going to have to go out and buy a £550 PC. You're going to need a console and a computer. Whereas if you just have a computer, you don't need a console. How about that? So that were 10 reasons why gaming PCs are better than consoles. This is an absolutely massive topic. Please leave a comment below. You probably think I'm an idiot. Maybe you don't. Whatever you think, leave a comment below. Like the video if you think, yeah, he's got some points there, yeah, definitely. Dislike if you think, nah mate, God no, it's all gas. Leave a dislike, but leave a comment why. Just let me know why, so I can either improve if you've got a problem with me, which is very sorry, but if you've got a problem with what I said, leave a comment below and let me know why. Of course, subscribe for many videos like this. If you want to see the original video, which was a while ago, I'll leave it in the description as well. As I said, there are many different build guides on this channel if you do want to get into PC gaming. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave me a message, whether it's about PC gaming, whatever it's about, leave me a private message through YouTube messaging, and I should be able to get back to you when I've got a spare moment. Thank you for watching, guys, and obviously if you notice that the eyebrow still hasn't grown back from what I explained last week, I'm sorry about that. I'm doing the best I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.